All right, hey, this is Shane from Organics. We build websites that rank, and today we'll have a look at Towin. Let's see, first on site Towin, and that's a towing company in, let's see if we can find it because that is probably the first thing that I would want to know if you actually service my area. So Google is probably looking for the exact same thing that your customers are looking for, and I don't really see it anywhere. So I don't really know what your service area is. If you actually service my area, we can look here in this section. No, let's look here. All right, so Newark, Essex, and New Jersey. So it took me a while to actually figure out where you are or just what areas you service. And no, if that's the case, and I don't even really know if you are, what part of New Jersey, if it's the entirety of New Jersey or just east, west, south, right? Yeah, if I don't know that as a consumer, as a new customer, I'm just not gonna call you. I'm not gonna pick up the phone to call you. So that's probably the first thing that I would tackle. If I look at a site, at least just your homepage, there are a lot of like elements that are missing. So I would probably get a section or just a tab or multiple pages where you have your locations listed or just your service area. Because you're in all of these places, it's probably going to take you anywhere from 10 to maybe 30 different location pages to get it right. So you don't just want to target New Jersey because New Jersey is very competitive. And if you look at it from the standpoint of the consumer, almost no one is going to type in towing company New Jersey because they're not necessarily looking for a towing company New Jersey at a state level. They're looking for a towing company exactly where they are. So it's going to be a city, it's going to be a highway, or it's going to be some kind of monument or whatnot, but it's not going to be New Jersey. And I know that because I've worked with other towing companies before. We've been working with this one towing company for uh, probably 2 years now on, right? 2 years. We're doing Google My Business Management and also building out like their location pages. And I'm just telling you, this will never work. You might get views on Google impressions, but it's just not going to help you get get qualified leads. So next thing that I would tackle is the logo. If you look at the entire website, it's all black, but the logo actually has a bit of branding colors, right? You have a bit of green, you have a bit of white. So I would use that throughout the website so that if I land on your website, I can actually see that you're a legit company, right? And you also, once the branding just makes sense, it looks a bit more trustworthy. I'm willing to reach out to you or even book online. I'm probably never going to click this button because, I really don't know if you'll actually show up. Your number here is very small. I'm not sure if it's clickable or not. Yeah, it's not clickable. So if I'm on mobile, I'm going to have to copy this, go over to a different app, and then actually paste it in order to make that call. So man, that's a lot of work. And if I go to your competitors, I'm pretty sure they have one click call. I wouldn't put an email here. If I'm looking for a towing company, it's probably an emergency situation. I'm not looking to email you. I might fill out a contact form, but I'm looking to call you to get you on call right there. So I would put an emergency button here where you can actually, have your customers call you or leads, potential customers, right? Because until they reach out to you and give you money, they're not any customers. So those are things that I would probably do. You do have a blog here. I don't really care too much about well, you don't have a blog. I don't really care too much about a blog initially because there's so many other pages that are missing and sections. Your logo should be more recognizable. It's too small here. I really don't know what's on the logo unless I zoom in. And that's a lot of work for me at the moment. It's probably going to be even more work for people who just don't know how to zoom out on a screen. Or I probably wouldn't do it. If I was looking for your services and I land on a website where you don't even have like a proper logo or the logo size is too small, I'm going to bounce, right? Bounce out of here. I'm looking at your competitors and I will pay them money instead of paying you money, right? So next thing, if we're looking here, Yeah, this is a random image. I'm really not too sure. I think it's the rope that you use for the cars, but I'm not too sure. It looks like a fishing rope, but use better imagery. Have a better hero section. This is just terrible. Contact us. So contact us leads to the phone number. So I guess, yeah. Um, for this section, as you can see, if I just look at it as it is right now, I can't read this, right? No one is going to read this, and if they can't read this, how are you going to build trust with them, right? You just don't. So next, the towing section is not too bad, but it doesn't lead anywhere. It doesn't lead anywhere, and because it doesn't lead anywhere, it's kind of useless, and it takes up a lot of space. I would probably just put three boxes here where you have maybe an image up top and then you have the text below, and have those three boxes here because it's much easier for me to see all of the services that you provide. And then of course create new service pages for all of these services, and they should match the GMB categories that you know that are on your GMB, so your primary, secondary categories. And that's if you have a Google My Business, because I don't even see a Google My Business on here, which means I can't really check where you're located exactly or what your service area is either. So now this section here I see a lot on a lot of local business websites, and it's problematic, and I'll tell you why. First, the images look fake. So if the images look fake, I am probably not going to trust any of your testimonials here. And the same for Google. Google might actually just think that it's fake testimonials, right? Fake reviews. And the reason for that is these pictures are too perfect, right? Even on my Google My Business or just my email, as you can see here, this is a picture I took in Thailand while I was on the beach. And I just added it there because I really don't care, right? So if I see perfect, picture perfect imagery here, I'm probably just gonna think, it's stock image. It looks like it was taken in a studio. So this here is, I guess it's all right. It's a bit of a waste because this is the second time or third time that I'm seeing this image, probably fourth time because it's probably here. So you need better imagery on your website, and we can source imagery, or we can, use AI to create imagery. So there's no excuse for having like the same image multiple times on your website, and then also just a generic image, right? So I would probably just put this, get a quote, put a form here, and add an image on the background. That way this space here is not wasted. Add a better footer. So right now your footer is just not there. It's missing. Let's chat. I think because it's a Wix website, it should work, but I don't know. Uh, these are pretty good. We actually have our own chat system that we set our clients up with, where you have a face there. You can put your own face there, and they can reach out to you, and it goes directly into a CRM. So I would recommend that because you also get notification, and if you're away, you're busy, the system can automatically send a message to that lead and just at least get them to start talking to you. And once the conversation is started, you will be able to eventually maybe convert them into a customer. So but if you just send them to an inbox where it takes you like a day or two, or maybe even a week or two or a month to get back to them, that lead is gone. Because again, this is a service where you don't, you're not waiting for like months, right? You're waiting like for maybe 5 minutes, or not even 5 minutes. You want direct answer because you're stranded somewhere, you need help. So that's what I would do. If I look at the SEO of this homepage, you'll see that your title is messed up, your description is messed up. So this is not going to get you any clicks from Google. If I look down here, your word count is too low. It should be at least like 3 times this. So probably 1,000 or 1,500 words. And your headings probably need improvement. Your links on your website need proper naming. As you can see here, this link here that's on your homepage does not have any anchor text. That is an issue. You have images that are under optimized, meaning it's not SEO'd properly, doesn't have any title, right? This is just legwork. This takes a bit of time. We have a team Um, I have a technical guy on my team that essentially handles all of these technical stuff, right? And he does this. We can do this in month one, two, and three, and then maybe on an ongoing basis if it's necessary to like re-optimize the website or certain pages on the website. Your schema is also missing. Definitely need schema because Google does not necessarily like to read the website page as is. They would like it to be in schema format, and that's going to help them to just better position your content or just understand what your content is about. So that's about it. What I would, yeah. So if you need help with this, basically the first step is probably just rebuilding your entire website. And we have websites that we have rebuilt. So for example, Turnkey Locksmith, the website was terrible before. The business owner came to us, and I mean, I think the people that they worked with before just kind of did SEO, right? It wasn't really SEO. They were just posting a blog or so every other month and taking his money. And his website was terrible. He didn't have all of these pages, and he came to us, and within 30 days we were able to like relaunch his website, better branding, right? So we have the blue, the black on his pages, and then we also launched like additional pages. So if you see if you see his website when it was like no, before he came to us, it was just terrible, right? And he knows that. That's the reason why he reached out to us. And now he has like all the right things. Like I said, a widget on the website. He has all the right things on his website, which makes all the difference. Another company that actually reached out to us and they had no website, all they had was a logo. Dump Bros. They had a logo and they reached out to us. Luckily, we had this template already built, so we showed them like, hey, we have a site here that we built. It's a template, and if you like it, we can implement it for you. So we did just that, and as you can see here, the website is like fully built. It just looks really good. Um, they essentially just paid on the spot after seeing this site. So there was like I think that was the quickest delivery ever. So within a week they had their website up and running. So in your case, I would probably first agree on like a design, and then once we have a design and a bit of information about your company, we'll build out like a full anywhere from like 8 to 15 pages website and get you like a solid decent looking website. And then at that point, then you can like start a conversation about SEO or Google Ads, right? So anyways, this is going on YouTube. So if any of you guys are watching this and need a free SEO audit or any help with your website, just reach out and I'm happy to help. You can head over, drop a comment below, or actually just head over to our website, so Organics Agency, and just click free SEO audit. I'll get a notification, and within like 3 days, I'll get you a review like this. And maybe even if you have a Google My Business, I'll do a Google My Business review, or just yeah. So that's it. Cheers.